once again, my favorite viewers. Nancy Kem here. I'm here to talk about truck dispatching costs. And today on episode 2, we are going to be talking about understanding the numbers. Understanding the numbers. Trucking is basically a business. Everybody knows trucking is a business, right? And in a business, we have what is called gross revenue, we have what is called expenses, and we have what is called net revenue. So once you know that, for a business to be able to be successful, you have to ultimately understand the numbers, right? Once you understand these numbers, and they are simple numbers, of course, they are plus, minus, divide, multiplication here. That's all that it is when it comes to the trucking industry. So how do you understand the numbers as it is with any other business, right? So how do you know how much to charge when you understand the numbers? So understanding the numbers, we have broken this topic down to about 4 parts. And in these 4 parts, I'm going to be explaining a little bit of each and every one of them. But if you want the full course and getting to learn more into details on what I'm talking about, I have written a course on Teachable and Udemy. Some of you guys who prefer ThinkTiff, ThinkFic, you guys can go there and access this course. From my link, I'm going to be putting my links down below. You guys can go there and access all these courses right there in full broad, so you can be able to read more. For those who love writing down notes, what I'm going to be doing for you guys tonight is saying a few things to just guide you to the right direction, and then get you to go read for yourself and understand for yourself and make notes. And of course, come back and communicate to us and send us a comment. Let us know how we did on our online courses. We also have one-on-one courses. If you want me to train you one-on-one, I have a Zoom call class that I do train one-on-one, that you can also have access to once you get on these links I'm talking about. Once you get there and you get to realize that you're not a learner who just goes through a one-on-one self-paced course, you can also link up with me to do a Zoom class with you one-on-one, where you have my full attention, where you have me explaining things into details, so you can be able to learn differently if you're a different kind of a learner. So we have all these options, and we have also an option where you can just learn through the class. Once you're done, you can book a call with me to go over the questions that you have that you did not understand in the course. We also have that in the course. So it's amazing what we have going on, and you can take advantage on any particular level that you're in, and we are always there to assist you. So as I said, when you are understanding the numbers, we have 4 parts to this. We have the how much, what really affects the how much we charge for loads out there in the marketplace. As a truck dispatcher, as a truck carrier, you need to understand the numbers, and you need to understand how to bid, how much to bid, and why, how much for a particular lane, for a particular load, and for a particular market. So there are some factors that affect how much we charge in the marketplace. Number 1, we have what is called the break-even numbers, meaning for those who use the break-even equation, which is the expenses equation, you are able to break down all your expenses down. You are able to come up with a number of how much expenses you have in a week, you have in a day, you have in a month. And then now you are able to know, out of these expenses, if my expenses per week is $1,000 per se example, I need to make at least more than $1,000 so that I can be able to cover my expenses and also have some leftover to pay myself, maybe pay a driver, maybe pay for other things that I need to pay for, which means I have to get a profit out of the returns that I'm making that particular week, and that money has to be more than $1,000, right? So if that is the case, if you're going by the break-even numbers, that's how you calculate and get to know exactly how much you want to make that particular week. If you're going to the per mile, you need to know how much you spend on gas per mile, so that at least you know how much money you need to make per mile to cover your gasoline, to cover the mechanical repairs, to cover you as a driver, and then still be able to make a profit coming out of that. So if, let's say for example, you spend your truck spends about 7 miles per gallon and you're driving for 100 miles, so meaning you have to know, if I spend roughly $70 on gas for 100 miles, oh, that's absurd, but I'm just saying, for example, if you spend $70 in a 100-mile run, then you need to make at least $200, because gas will take about 30% of your income, and then the rest is going to be going towards your profits, and is going to go towards your driver's pay and other things that are inclusive, which is miscellaneous for a trucking industry. So that's how you calculate the per mile numbers. And some people like to calculate per week. Some people just want to basically make $10,000 a week. Some people want to make $15,000 a week. Some people just want to make $5,000 a week. So if that's the number that you have in your head you want to make in a week, then that's what the carrier, that's what the dispatcher will go by and make, do the numbers. You have 7 days in a week. So if this person wants to make $5,000 in a week or $10,000 in a week, they take the $10,000, they divide that number by 7, and then now there they have a number that they can make for you per day. So this is how you understand the numbers when it comes to how much you want to charge a carrier. And if you want to learn more on understanding the numbers, part 2 on the second chapter, I'm going to be dropping another video. And as I said, these are just clips for the full course. This is not the full course. You're going to be getting a whole full course, as I said, on the links below. So don't forget to click on those links and get to learn more about dispatching. And you can also buy an ebook, which you can also learn about dispatching by yourself if you kind of have a clue on what goes on here. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so that you can be able to be notified anytime I come